Welcome. Introducing to you my new bash script called subnetcalculator.bash. It's a very simple shell script that allows you to determine, given an IP address and its classless subnet mask length, how many networks and how many hosts we can obtain from that IP address. I just published the code on GitHub. You can check it out for yourself. I'm gonna supply you with the link to it. But I wanted to show you here how to use it. It's pretty straightforward, but let's have a look at it. Let's jump right in. So after calling the script, we need to enter an IP address here. I'm gonna start out with a class A IP address. Now here we need to enter the CIDR, so-called, so the classless subnet mask length, or the slash notation if you prefer. Let's say it's a 27. Alright, so you see that it tells us this CIDR notation used borrows 19 bits, and we can create this huge number of networks and 30 hosts. Now let me tell you some words about why we have these results. Of course, this is a class A IP address, so its default classful subnet mask would be a /8. So this is a classless, so it's a 27, which means it borrows 19 bits from the host portion to create this one. So we have 2 to the 19th power, which gives us this huge number. As to the number of hosts, 27 here represents the number of ones in our subnet mask, which means all the outstanding bits, because an IPv4 address is formed by 32 bits. So if we subtract this number from 32, we get 5, which is the number of zeros in subnet mask, 5 bits. So that gives us 2 to the 5, but we need to subtract 2 from this number, because for any subnet there are 2 IP addresses we can assign, which is the network ID and the broadcast. So we come out with this number here. That cleared. Let's try with the class B. Let's say something like and let's say we want the 29. Again, you see 13 bits and so on and so forth. In this case, the default subnet mask, as you might know, is a /16. So for you to go from 16 to 29, you need 13 bits. So we have 8,192 networks, which is 2 to the 13th, and 6 hosts, because then we have 3 outstanding bits having the value 0, which means 2 to the 3rd, which is 8, minus 2, which is 6. Of course, I could do that manually, but why bother, where I can do it with a click. Same reasoning applies to a Class C IP address. So let's say we have let's say we have so this is pretty easy. In this case, the default subnet mask is a /24, so we borrow 1 bit, and we can create 2 networks only, and 126 because we have 2 to the 7th minus 2, i.e. 126. Like I anticipated at the start, the way the script works is pretty straightforward, so no biggie. Anybody can do it. There's only one notation I want to make here before closing the video, which is we don't normally use Class D and Class E IP addresses, so if you enter an IP address belonging to those two reserved range, you got an error because you don't normally subnet those IP addresses. So in other words, to be clearer, if you recall the script and you enter something like that, if you're not familiar with Class D IP addresses, they're normally multicast addresses. So you see, it throws you an error, so no calculation is performed. That's the same for Class C because we don't normally subnet those IP addresses. Alright, that being said, make sure to check out the source code on GitHub, and it's freely available, so you can do whatever you want with it. I don't give a damn. Use it to your benefit and profit the way you want. It's a simple tool. I know there's much more advanced and fancier stuff online available for you, but it just returns basic information you might need for performing more advanced computations, but it was only kinda half an hour of my downtime, so why not? Anyway, do what you want with it. Have fun. Have a good one, guys. Bye bye.